Joker? Sure.
Oh, that's... it's so...
That's a trap.
What?
100%, that's a trap.
Fresh off the kill, and back for more, eh?
Bane's still alive.
Now that's not funny. Is all this for you, or for me? You must know that I'm a You just can't get it through your thick skull. We both exist because of them!
Give up! You've lost!
He can take a beating for such a skinny guy. Ow. That was... Okay, still not the final blow. Through the window? Defeat the Joker. Okay. Achievement, that's that.
You like the way it feels. It's what you need.
Shut up!
Come on, baby. Beat me till your knuckles bleed. Why quit there? You know there's only one way to stop me.
Psychopath. Bruce, don't! Holy
Any one
cow.
of my guys would have killed him.
Yeah.
The city deserves better than that.
You know, my daughter thinks you're a hero. But I still have to bring you in.
Gordon, come in. What's your 20?
I'm in the chapel. We got the Joker.
Son of a...
Of course.
And how did you do that?
I had some help.
Yeah, well.
I
Holy
keep
cow.
asking myself why I didn't bring him in. And I now know the truth is I let him go because of you. Because you believe in him. I don't know. They put me in charge of a station full of rotten cops. And I can't change them. Any more than I can change this damn city. Or at least, that's what I used to think.
Stopped his heart. That is funny. Good one, Bats. Oh, this is going to be fun.
Maybe I can give them something to believe in. Maybe he can give them something to believe in.
Is he flying all the way from Blackgate to the main island? Without the jet? Batman Arkham Origins, created by Bob Kane. Warner Brothers Games Montreal. Okay, we think we beat the game, but the main game at least. All the directors are... Oh, geez, the last couple fights were... Holy cow. Especially like the Bane fight. Oh, Jesus. I'm still shaking a bit. I know I'm clumsy in the fights and I mess up a lot, and it's still fun. It's all about the fun in game, like not only Batman, in games in general. So even if I mess up or you mess up, as long as you enjoy the game, and if you have to try again and again, doesn't matter. As long as you have fun and don't get Was that a TikTok? As long as you don't get
Tried
pissed.
so hard, my dear, to show that you're my every dream. Yet you're afraid each thing I do is just some evil scheme. A memory from your lonesome past keeps us so far apart. Why can't I free your doubtful mind and melt your cold, cold heart? Another crime before my time made your heart sad and blue. And so now you make me pay for things I didn't do. In anger, unkind
The gate's locked in
words are
between.
said
He.
that make the teardrops start.
God damn it.
Why can't I free your doubtful mind and melt your cold, cold heart? You'll never know how
Cold Cold Heart.
much it
That's a
hurts
teaser for the
to never
DLC.
see you smile. You know you need and want to laugh, yet you claim it's not your style. Why do you hide behind that mask? I'm trying to do my part. Why can't I free your doubtful mind and melt your cold, cold heart? There was a time when I believed that you belonged.
Pretty long credits. I mean, it's a big game.
But now
I think it's
know
still.
your heart is shackled to a
I want to talk, but like the Joker is also.
won't admit
I'm
we're
torn.
the
Sorry.
same, and it's tearing me apart. Why can't I free your doubtful mind and melt your cold, cold heart?
Okay. I think he's done now. I hope at least. So, yeah. I don't want to say. I think the game is still shorter than Batman Arkham Asylum. Jack
Our
Ryder.
next guest, political strategist Dean Snyder, has been following tonight's events since the start, more than 8 hours ago. Dr. Snyder, let's start with you. What's your view?
Well, Jack, it's a travesty. The ultimate failing of the justice system. A vigilante cleaning up our streets after countless deaths and bombings? What has happened to our police force? And what about James Gordon? He didn't exactly prove himself tonight.
Hold on a minute, Dean. Now, I'm no defender of the GCPD or Captain Gordon for that matter. Like you said, tonight's debacle is some reflection of his efficacy, but I can't see any police force in any municipality doing a substantially better job against criminals like this Joker character or any of the hired killers he's brought into town. I mean, these guys are a different breed. We've never seen anything like this. So for me, it's less a reflection on Gotham's cops and more of a reflection on the state of our country. A country where our mental health and education systems are so warped and broken that we produce criminals of this nature.
You raise an interesting point, Hank, but what I'm wondering is what we'll do next.
No, it's not an interesting point. It's just plain wrong. They're both wrong.
Oh shit,
This isn't
sharp.
about the police or the Batman. It
Foreshadowing,
isn't about the state of our
technically.
nation somehow churning out a dangerous new batch of the criminally deranged. It's about the failing of one single institution. An institution which, in my view, represents the biggest threat to Gotham and its citizens. A time bomb, just waiting to go off. If tonight's events have taught us anything, it's that Blackgate is not the place to be housing our city's most dangerous offenders. Not one, but two prison breaks in the same night. All of tonight's tragedies would have been avoided if Gotham had a proper treatment facility for its
Arkham.
top echelon offenders. A place with impenetrable security, where the most dangerous could be isolated, rehabilitated, and treated for their illness. A place like Arkham Asylum. And after what happened tonight, I promise the good people of Gotham that I will work tirelessly. I will lobby the city council, go to the governor if I have to, do everything in my power to get Arkham Asylum reopened, so we can all sleep a little easier.
There you have it. Quincy Sharp placing the blame for tonight's events not on the Batman, not on the Joker, but on Blackgate Prison. and pledging to return Arkham Asylum to full operations. We'll be back with more from Mr. Sharp and our other guests when the Jack Ryder Hour continues after this message.
Okay, well, foreshadowing is kind of wrong. Well, and the other way, not wrong at all. This is the origin story of Batman playing before Arkham Asylum. But fun fact, Arkham Asylum came out before Origins, so this game is a prequel to Asylum, but yeah, Asylum aired earlier. Oh, there's the development team. Jesus, how many people? Oh, crazy. Jeez Louise. Splash damage. I would call it Collateral at some point. That game gave me some shivers, like emotionally with Alfred, and as I said, I'm not good at the fighting system. The fighting system here is pretty darn easy technically, but if you're having concentration issues like I do sometimes, and as you see multiple times in the Let's Play series, I messed up multiple times with the counterparts and such. Also, one thing that I have to criticize on the Asylum game, or like on the Arkham games in general, my feeling is that the window between there's one counterpart symbol appearing and you actually use it to do a counter is a bit too short. So it sometimes happens that I want to do a counter, but I'm too fast because I expect one to happen, and I press the button too early. So, or I wait a moment longer to appear, or let encounter symbol appear on the head of the enemy, and there's none, and a brief moment later there is one. So yeah, you get my idea about my thoughts behind that. So, no, I don't want to skip. I just want to. Or is it starting over, or is it mission support? I think it's still rolling. I don't want to. That's also a tradition I always have when I finish the game. I always watch the credits at least once to honor the people who worked on the game. That's something when I don't do a Let's Play and when I do a Let's Play, I always do that. As I said, to honor the people who worked on this game. And most of the times, it's like with with you can compare it with the Marvel movies. There's always a post-credit scene. Something, if you're lucky, happens after the credits or in between. Something like that. Fable is a good example. Fable is a game which I played through many years back when I was like 20, something like that. So must have been 20 plus years by now, roughly. And a friend of mine was like, skip the credits. I'm like, no, I don't wanna. I want to watch them for the reasons I told you. And he hit the skip button. I'm like, thank you for nothing. I wanted to watch that. And like, blah, blah, blah. I don't like my game. I played through it, so thank you. So I reloaded. I canceled everything and reloaded the game and did the last boss fight again. And then I watched the credits. And at the end, there was actually something you would miss if you didn't do it. You had a choice between a good and a bad path. You had two options which you could do. Fable, who doesn't know, is a fantasy RPG from Lionhead Studios. I think the studio's not around anymore, but I think Microsoft has the rights to Fable nowadays. So, and this was one of the first, if not the first, RPG back in the day, or like action adventure, if you wanted, like a Zelda-esque RPG mix between that, where you had a way to actually choose a path between being good or being bad. and depending how you actually decide it, over time the people react to you differently. So if you were good, they praise you, they were like, here's our hero, and you gained a halo on top at some point, depending on your, well, like 100% good. When you were evil, people feared you, and it was the other way around. You gained horns like a devil. So, and your powers actually reflected that as well. So it's a great game. I want to do that in the future as a Let's Play still. But I played through that game more than once in the past when I was younger. So I kind of want to do games I didn't play and also have them on a channel. So it depends if there's a new Fable. I mean, in total there's Fable 1, Fable 2, and Fable 3. Fable 2 was Xbox exclusive. Fable 3 had a PC release. The license ran out, and it's not available on Steam, for example, anymore. And even if you own it, I don't know if you can play it, because there was games for Windows Live, which you needed to play it. And I think they never patched it, so that server is not around anymore. The servers are offline for that, and there's no way that you actually technically can play the game. Well, at least on PC. I don't know how it is on console. So there's like Fable 3 was also released for Xbox, for the 360, I guess. I had a 360 once, but I had like 4 games. One was Lego Batman, which came with the console, and also Pure, which is a dirt bike road quad racing type game. Never was interested in that, never played much. I'm not a racing type game player. So, and the other one was Perfect Dark. I gave that away. And the other games I sold. And Fable 2 was also a game I had. And I think that's that, which I sold with the console. I had Final Fantasy. I had more than 4 games. I had Final Fantasy 13, which I own now on Steam. The Final Fantasy was actually the reason why I bought that in the first place, that console, because I wanted to. They were like, the past, like, Final Fantasy will be only out for Xbox, for PlayStation. The PlayStation was more expensive back in the day than the Xbox 360, so I bought that console. And yeah, in the end, yeah, they like, oh, here's it for PC, and I had it on sale for like $10-15. So at some point, like 90% of the games I have for Xbox I have for PC now. So why do I need that console? And also, it was loud, and I didn't use it much, so I didn't see purpose in it. So I sold it. It was in 360 Elite in black, the 120 gig version. I mean, the console was nice. I think you can get these easy nowadays for small money. The consoles, when you think about them, like, there's Nintendo, there's Microsoft, there's Sony nowadays. Back in the 90s, and so there was Sega, Atari, and such. But nowadays, when you think about console, you think Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. I got Nintendo consoles. I got the Switch 2, something like that. Besides the original NES and the Virtual Boy, I got every mainline console from Nintendo. And I love the Nintendo household games. I played them not as much as I should, but that will change. I said it multiple times. I want to get a capture card, maybe in October next month, or at least latest December, and start with console gaming on the channel as well, in German and English, so that I can lower my mountain of shame a bit on the console side of things. And for other stuff, I have Steam. I got my PC, or like GOG.com, or EA's Origin, Ubisoft's Connect, or what it's called nowadays. So I got a lot of games on Steam, like so many. A friend of mine always says, like, get an Epic account and get Epic games there. They're like free, like, each month. Like, most of the games they are free. I have on Steam already, so I don't see a purpose in that. I think I have an account from Epic somewhere with Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine was free once. I wanted that to try to mess around with the Unreal Engine and see if I can make a game. And as I said, it was free. I got it. I think it didn't even try it because I not had the time. So I think I got an Epic account. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did a Let's Test some while back. There was a game I got from Lurkit, which was free. It looked nice and funny, but it was a Battle Royale game, and I'm not a Battle Royale player. I don't like those kind of games as well. So yeah. That's now long credits. Give me a sec. I have to drink some water because I'm blabbing all the way with not drinking is not a good idea. I think I can put the controller away as well for a bit while blabbing. And yeah. I didn't know what to expect, honestly, from Batman Arkham Origins when I started playing it. I have this, like, weird feeling that I played through it. Some parts were like, I remember this somehow. But I never played the game. I had no achievements, nothing on Steam. It's weird. And I don't have the game elsewhere. Which is really odd. Yeah. As I said, I have Arkham Asylum, City, and Night. I played through all these games. I don't have all the achievements in Arkham City and Arkham Knight. Some of these were like, I can't be bothered at this point in time. Maybe someday. I don't know. Asylum, I actually got 100%. I was like 1 or 2 missing, and I was like, I can get those, and then do that. Been some years since I played through Asylum. When that game came out, Arkham Asylum really hit like a bombshell. It was one of... before that game, there was like, there's no really good superhero games. Some were okay, but yeah. I played a Spider-Man game once on GameCube. I think it was just called Spider-Man 2. It was okay. like really just okay. Maybe a bit below. It was between, when you gave it a note between 3 and 4 and on a scale 1 to 5, it was maybe 3.5, something like that. More 4. Graphics and such were okay. Story was Fighting system. Camera was the worst out of the bunch. Yeah, but still, I had fun as a young adult with it. And there were, I think there was a Marvel Tactics game, something like that. It was just, I don't know how it's called. I wanted to buy it on Steam, but the license ran out, so you cannot get it there anymore. I think a friend had it, and I lent it from him. And I'm like, hey, I want to try it out. It was okay. You had like a 4-party system. You run around, and I had like Iron Man do this attack. They leveled up and such, but there was not much story to it. I think they had 2 of these games. Oh yeah, one of the better ones before like the really bangers came out, Marvel-wise at least, and I don't know how it was for DC, was another Spider-Man game where you actually played multiple versions of Spider-Man, which there's no license on Steam again still. I want to see if I can get that for console at some point, where you had the normal Spider-Man, you played Venom, I guess, to a part, or at least the black suit. You played Spider-Man Noir, the one from an alternate universe where you were more stealthy, which was really fun. And Spider-Man 2099, which is not Peter Parker, if I have that right. Damn, long credits. Sorry. I just blab stuff that comes to mind. I also played, without recording, the Spider-Man game. Was it remastered? I don't know if it's called remastered, but like the one which was only for PlayStation. Spider-Man than Miles Morales I played. I enjoyed both, but I enjoyed Miles less than I enjoyed the other. The setting was a bit strange. I'm not too familiar with the Miles Morales lore. It was a bit weird not being Peter. I don't mind Miles, he's cool. But the enemies were like, eh. And also, Miles couldn't take a hit. I mean, Peter couldn't take it in the first game as well. You got a punch in the face and slap once or twice. After some progress, that changed relatively fast, but Miles got taken down so easy, which annoyed me a bit. And that was almost to the end of the game the case. So, yeah. And there were like a lot of... You needed to counter a lot, and as you know from Batman, I'm not good at that. And it was more intense, and you had to use the counter system more intense than in Batman on the Miles Morales game. I still have Marvel Spider-Man 2. My wife bought me that, I think, this year for birthday or in between. I don't know. I think in between. And it was on sale, but I still didn't play that. I kind of want to, but I don't want to start this kind of a big game right now. So maybe if I feel like it, we do Spider-Man on YouTube. Just the main game without so much grind, because I did 100% run on the Spider-Man and Miles Morales game. You kind of have to grind a lot to get the upgrades, and they are essential to don't get blown away by the enemies that much. Oh. I'm torn. As I said earlier, I want to play games that I didn't play already. So... Also, I'm thinking about what can we play after Batman. I'm not sure. Maybe we do some Lego games. I would enjoy that. Maybe Lego Batman. That would be neat. I mean, I played Lego Batman. But why not? Lego games are always fun. I will think about it. Man. The final episode will be longer, or there's just one episode which is all credits. No, I think the final episode, at least from the main game, will be longer because of the credits. There's like 15 minutes credits now. I'm rambling and still credits. As I said, I could cancel those, but what the... Scoring stage manager John Schluckebier. That's a German word. That's a German name. What? Really? That's interesting. Well, it means sip a beer, technically. What the fudge? Okay. That's a funny name. Holy crap. If the credits are longer than the entire game. Nah, that's... I'm joking. I played some other games last days in between. For the German side of things on the channel. The one game was like 2 hours and the other was 1 hour. It was a short adventure. The one was Sea Chronicles, the other one was Toilet Chronicles. Really fun games, relatively short. The Sea Chronicle games had one ending. It was, as I said, 2 hours. It was a puzzle adventure, and has a distinct art style to it, black and white with some accents in blue, for example. And Toilet Chronicles is the game that the developers of the Sea Chronicles game made before, which I played through in roughly an hour. And so that game has 16 different endings, but one ending is like you're in a bathroom and you try to repair or you touch the cables, for example, of the blower which dries your hands, because they are like there's a cut cable and you die from that. That's the first ending, or one of the endings. And then you respawn and you continue on. So after you die, you get multiple endings. It's a lot of fun. It was on sale a while back, and it's in general it's not expensive. I like some of these smaller games, so can recommend that as well. As I said, German project coming soon. When this is out, this is already on the channel. At least Sea Chronicles will be. So if you understand German or you don't care and just mute me and watch without sound, or you just I watched with subtitles, feel free. Paul van Dyke, James A. Woods. James Woods? What? Cold, Cold Heart. Written by Hank Williams Sr. Published by Sony ATF. Oh, don't claim me. I mean, there was not so many music. All is Quiet. Composed by... I don't want to complain too much, but are we done? Skank Tank. Oh, it's the name of the songs. I still like when the Joker was like, jingle bells, Batman smells that caught me. Yeah, the last episodes will be, well, as I said, main game will be at least an hour because of the credits. It would be done like, hey, here's an episode, but it's all credits and me talking. No. Jeez. I could technically speed the credits up, but you wouldn't hear. I would be faster. I would have to cut out my talking, and I think it was quite interesting thinking about back what I told, like the different games. I don't know how about, as I said, feeling playing Asylum. Depends on how the people wanna see it. How the what was the English term? Sometimes I'm missing words. But keep in mind, I'm German. How the acceptance is, how people want to see stuff. The demand, that's the word I'm looking for. How the demand was. So if that sounds dumb, but if I do this for fun, I earn some money nowadays with YouTube. It's just for ads. I get a little pocket money technically to buy a game or something like that now and then. It's not much, as I said, but if people don't watch a project at all, it hurts the channel to a certain point. So I'd rather not play it than do something which people enjoy, you know? I mean, as I said, I do that mainly for me because I want to do it. I enjoy doing YouTube. I enjoy playing games and sharing this experience, this journey with you. And thank you for all who still is here and listening to my rambling after half an hour-ish. I think there won't be many, but yeah. This is like, I played, for example, Styx, which is a stealth game, and I love stealth games. But nowadays, stealth games are not as liked as they were in the early 2000s, back in the 90s. And yeah, so the views on that was very low. I think maybe 4 people per episode. Yeah, I'm lucky when it was 10. And so yeah, I still want to do Styx 2, and they announced Styx 3 as well. So, but at this point in time, I hold back on it, as I said, because not much people are interested in watching stealth games, sadly. I'm surprised that people are actually watching this. Pretty decent for my channel. The longer the project runs, it gets less, of course, but yeah. I'm surprised. I mean, I asked what you want to see in the people, you said you want to watch that. Congratulations, New Game Plus unlocked. Take on the story mode again, but this time armed with all the upgrades you have already earned. However, you're going to need them, as this is much harder challenging with no counter icons. Oh jeez. Tough new enemies, configurations, and faster, better armed enemies. Right from the start. Important. New Game Plus is a separate mode accessible from the menu. I've seen that already. And does not affect progress of your original game experience. Upgrades and collectibles are shared between both modes. Okay. Alternate Batman outfit. Any downloaded Batman outfits can now be worn in the main story mode and new game. What? Okay, that's why we couldn't choose that before. You couldn't. What? You have to play through the game to actually use the skins? That's dumb if you ask me. That's really dumb. Oh.
Figured you'd be by.
Waller.
Sooner or later. And what happens if I don't sign?
You rot in here, or you work for me.
It's been a long night, Alfred. Why don't you turn in?
Wouldn't dream of it, not until you're back safe and sound.
Well, if you're sure you're up for it, I've got a few loose ends to tie up out here, and I could use your help.
You can count on it. And when you get home, we can finally have that Christmas dinner I've been keeping warm for you for our breakfast.
Jesus. Holy cow. Yeah, we got some loose ends. We got Eddie. And we had some cases. Enigma data handler. Okay. Yeah, well. We take that one.
Dispatch, this is Officer Meyer. We got a hit and run just outside the precinct. Looks
Oh, the
like it
bridge
might
is
be
still...
one of our own.
Your request has been
The
logged.
bridge is
All
still
available homicide units are out
a
on
problem.
call. First one back is yours.
Okay, let's get that done and then take it a... Let's say that's that for tonight. That was easy. Oh, there's our friend. Hey, how about we chat a bit?
You got me! I surrender!
Yeah, then talk. I can't.
I'm giving up now. My
Yeah.
hands are in the air. See?
Yeah, I know.
All right. Enough of this.
I can't talk with him.
You
Why?
got me. I surrender.
Huh?
I'm giving up now. My hands are in the air. See?
Yeah, I know, but I want to...
All right. Enough of this.
Huh. Weird. Okay, next time then, I guess.
Got me. I surrender.
Can I...
All right. Enough of this.
He's bugged. Okay, fine. Anyhow, thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. We deal with this dude next time. We have to reload that session anyways.
You got me.
And then we deal with all the loose ends. As I said, the last episode from the main game will be a bit longer, maybe an hour because of my rambling in the credits. And as I said, thank you for... One sec. Thank you for all who stayed to this point. So, till next time in Gotham City. Jesus. Bye.